Okay, let's get into this. Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking a truly chilling narrative. It's focused on three friends and their search for something unowned in a world that feels completely mapped out.
It's such a compelling piece. It really uses physical space, geography, to explore what's going on inside their heads. The
Exactly.
whole tension is right there from the start. You've got this feeling of being trapped in the city where everything is known, and then this desperate need to find something real, something outside that boundary. So we're not just looking at an adventure story. We're analyzing the internal logic of an escape.
A permanent one.
A permanent one, yeah. And the core dynamic between the three of them is what makes it all possible. You have Liam, who's the charismatic but, deeply restless leader. Then there's Ethan, the cautious skeptic. He's always the one complaining, but he never actually leaves.
Right. He's the necessary friction.
And finally, the narrator, who is sort of the willing follower who makes it all happen. And that triangulation, that's the engine for the whole thing. For all their recklessness, I mean, their history is just risk after risk, jumping between rooftops, exploring abandoned buildings. But Liam starts to push beyond that.
He does. He says the city only offers fake adventure, something you watch on a screen. He wants something else.
Hidden places, forgotten places. Adults don't go to, I think is the quote.
And this search for the unknown, it starts in such a modern, mundane way. Liam finds his target on a grainy satellite image.
Right?
It's this unnamed road just past the city limits, and it leads to a structure that's just half swallowed by trees.
Yeah.
It's like they're literally about to step off the map.
But Ethan's skepticism is so important here. Is he just being irrational, or is he playing a role for Liam? He asks all the right questions. You want us to go camping, or how do you know it's not private property?
Yeah, but he always goes.
He always goes. His dissent almost seems required.
Yeah.
For the adventure to feel real to Liam, there has to be a rational boundary to cross.
And despite Ethan's arguments, which the narrator says were really airtight, they just go. The source material really takes its time with this transition.
It's symbolic.
It is. They get on that bus, and they're watching the skyline just shrink and then disappear. It's a deliberate physical break from everything they know.
And when they get there, the atmosphere, it hits you immediately. The gas station is quiet, almost too quiet. The city was all about noise and energy, but the woods are deep. They feel old and alive.
The narrator feels small, totally overwhelmed. But
Liam feels bigger. He throws his arms out. He's convinced he's finally found a space big enough for his ambition.
for a little while, it's almost fun. They're living out this fantasy, swinging on vines, climbing over fallen logs. It's innocent.
But it can't last. Not with Liam, because his idea of true adventure demands that they keep pushing. It forces them out of what's fun and into real danger.
Precisely. They're chasing an idea, and to satisfy Liam, that idea has to become irreversible.
So they find the structure.
Yeah. And it's barely there, almost like the earth is taking it back. Lopsided, half-buried, the concrete all cracked and weathered. Liam connects it instantly to an urban legend.
The place where people went and never came back.
Right. So this isn't just trespassing now. They've stepped into a myth.
And the feeling inside that confirms it. The air isn't just stale, it's described as wrong. Profoundly still.
Like nothing has moved in there for years, maybe decades.
It's a physical sign of the boundary they've just crossed.
And it's in this place that we get the pivot. The moment the internal conflict just boils over, Ethan finally stops playing along.
He's had enough.
He calls Liam out. You always push it too far. He starts listing all their near misses in the city, the accidents.
And wait, before we get to the external threat, Liam's response here is everything. Usually he'd snap back, get defensive.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. He's just vulnerable. He asks Ethan if he thinks he doesn't know he pushes things, and then he says it. I don't want to feel the way I feel at home.
That's the confession, isn't it?
It's everything. The recklessness is a symptom. The risk is just a distraction from this misery that we're only now just beginning to understand.
And the story just lets that line hang in the air. But then reality crashes in. They hear a sound, a deep, rustling noise somewhere deeper, then a shuffle and a scrape.
The first thought is, it's rational. It's probably just rats. But even Liam's voice is strained. The psychological bomb is immediately replaced by a physical threat.
So they're forced to move deeper in down this collapsed staircase.
Yeah.
The basement is half flooded with this dark, stagnant water.
And this is where it turns from just dangerous to genuinely terrifying.
They look down, and the floor is just littered with rats.
Yeah.
But they're not just dead, they're mutilated, bloated, broken, their fur slick with something dark. They were eaten and then just left there.
That detail is so specific and so crucial. It tells you that whatever did this, it isn't natural. It's not just killing to eat. It's destructive, predatory. It's operating outside the rules.
This is the point of no return.
Absolutely. The danger isn't the building collapsing anymore. It's existential. And they realize the thing they should be worried about is whatever didn't make the noise.
And that thought is confirmed, like instantly. A big crash explodes behind them. The main doorway is just gone, blocked completely by debris. They're trapped.
And then the sound starts. Not footsteps. A deep guttural clicking. And it's reverberating off the walls, filling the entire space. The description says it isn't so much moving as it is unfolding itself.
The description of the thing is just pure nightmare fuel. It emerges and it's impossibly long with countless cracking joints. Its fingers are shaped like hooks.
Is that the face?
There is no face, no eyes or face to speak of.
Yeah.
Just this bone-white skin pulled tight over a shape that was, I think the line is, something between human and a dog.
That anonymity is fascinating. This apex predator, the thing that owns this forgotten place, is faceless. It's formless terror. It's the real-life version of the unmapped, unowned misery Liam was running towards. It's the unknown that just swallows you.
So faced with that, they see a hole in the ceiling. A small one. A way out. Liam scrambles up first, he pulls the narrator up, and then turns back for Ethan, who's struggling to climb.
And Liam's final act. It isn't just heroism, it's a conscious decision. It's consistent with his whole motivation. He helps Ethan up, makes sure he's safe, and then he drops back down.
And his last words.
Deliberate. He'll tell a good story about this.
He wasn't just choosing to save them. He was choosing to write his own ending. And that ending is brutal. The creature's arm wraps around his chest with impossible speed, pulls him down, and the whole structure just gives way. A final, violent crack.
And the aftermath provides such a heartbreaking contrast. The narrator and Ethan survive, they just run. When the police show up, they find Liam's body, and the outside world just imposes its own logic on the chaos.
They rule it a tragic incident. Unstable structure.
And the creature.
Dismissed.
Yeah.
Panic feared as weird things to the mind.
The official story completely erases the adventure, it erases the monster, and most importantly, it erases the reason Liam went there in the first place. The rational world just says, nothing to see here, the map is still complete.
But the narrator gets the final piece of the puzzle weeks later. He sees Liam's parents, and they're described as just normal, not broken, and they don't even recognize him, their own son's best friend.
So you connect the dots, all the recklessness. It was him running from that, from this profound emotional absence at home, all the warning signs like never inviting them over.
It all clicks into place. He was just desperately trying to be anywhere else.
And when you synthesize all of that, you realize Liam chose that sacrifice not just to save his friends, but because he finally found it. He found the ultimate adventure.
The one place no one could follow him.
A permanent escape. His last words just confirm it. His goal was to turn his brief, troubled life into a powerful, lasting story.
So the core of this whole thing is really the dark side of that thrill-seeking drive, isn't it? That intense need for risk often just masks a deeper need to escape a reality that feels worse than any physical danger.
Yeah, it presents this really unsettling idea that sometimes choosing the terrifying, destructive unknown is better than the known misery of your everyday life. He found his closure through destruction.
Which leaves you with a final thought to really mull over. If you find yourself seeking an adventure, are you running toward a new life? Or are you just desperately trying to escape the old one? And what happens when the only route out is the one that closes behind you forever, making you just another part of the wreckage?